Uh, Hello everyone, and welcome to the Captain's videoweblog. We are Wednesday, April the 13th, 2016, and today's theme will be, well, there are announcements that may sound cool, but I mean, uh, is it going to go as well as we expect it to go? Probably not. Before going further into that theme, so little football point, because that's really the um, first thing I'm going to talk about. The quarterfinals of the Champions League are finally over, and the last two qualified are the Atletico Madrid, who won against Barcelona pretty much in the same fashion they qualified against Barcelona in quarterfinals 2 years ago. Let's just hope that they don't lose the finals to Madrid once again in the closing seconds. And Benfica got refereed out of the Champions League. Like in the first leg they lost 1-0 and could have had a penalty kick awarded for them pretty late in the game, if I remember correctly. And seeing as they drew 2-2 this time around, it could have been, really instrumental. Also in that game, a Munich defender got a yellow card. That might have, could have been a red card easily. So, more into football. So, it's been announced, and which means that now it's official. Marseille is on sale. Not the city, the club, but the city could be as well. I mean, it should be as well. Someone should take the reins and just try and make it better, um, with without throwing out the endearing aspects of the town. But yeah, the club is on sale. Strangely enough, the president has gone with his own communique later in the evening, saying that he's been talking with possible people who could take on the charge of managing such a versatile club, uh, which makes it seem like you know maybe there's been maybe the club has been on sale for much longer than we knew. Well, I mean officially, because we knew it was on sale. It's been on sale like for probably the last 10 years. Where do you think Jack Cashcar came from? Like, he didn't come out and say, "Hey, I want this club," and the shareholder was like, "Well, okay. I mean, I'm not selling, but why not?" Yeah, the club has been on sale for quite a long time. But yeah, the announcement makes it seem like maybe a deal is closer than we really thought. Because we've heard about possible investors, who've been uh, who've been pushed away, and well, there was nothing of that kind. Um, the second announcement, which could resolve something that's really controversial, is the announcement of an epilogue for Homestuck. So, as you know, earlier in the day, there was the final, which what is supposed to be the final Homestuck Flash. It was very well animated. Then again, it's probably more a case of style over substance, because too many loose ends, really. Like, it's some people compared the epilogue to well, I mean, it's really preemptively comparing the epilogue to end of Evangelion, because well, we've seen flashes of the kids, what could happen to them in the future, and people have been saying, yeah, well, Lord English has been doing this crack all over his the place where he's fighting, so that could mean that he's really secluded himself from the rest of the universe, and that's pretty much why Homestuck is over, because learn English. Blah, 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 blah. I don't really buy into it, but I wouldn't rule it out, really. There are a lot of things that I wouldn't rule out, because I'm not the kind of guy who makes theories based on sound proof. Like, there's this theory that I very much feel like it could be true, which is that Vriska actually summoned the kids, you know, when she used the juju, because it's a white house, and there are the symbols of the kids, of their aspects, and well, we've seen that the house on the lily pad was red, and then it turned white. And the last time John put his hand towards a white house and it made some lightning, well, he got out of the story, you know. Could have changed drastically some heavy plot points. Then again, you know, there was this thanks for playing thing, which makes me feel like, hey, so did he really not think about it, or was it all rushed? I mean, Homestuck has been really terrible during Act 6. Way too many inconsequential things, you know. There's been character growth and some stuff like that, but there's also been character arcs that could have been handled way better, and then it all got retconned after game over, you know, which felt like more of a final battle than what we've seen there, you know. And that's the problem. Like, there's this post on Reddit, on the Homestuck Reddit, with an album, and it makes some very good points. I'm not saying that it's a bad ending. I mean, it's a pretty okay ending. The problem is that it seems to negate everything that Homestuck has tried to be. Notwithstanding the fact that the style of the animation was very much not hussy-like. But I mean, I don't really care about that, really. I really enjoyed the fact that, well, most stuff was going well, but that's Homestuck, you know. You would expect shit to go bad, because that's what happened. Like, I've said it in the description of the last reaction video. The point where John puts his hand close to the handle on the door is really reminiscing of the point where Carcat put his hand near the handle on the door, you know, at the end of the troll session. And what happened? Well, Bec Noir just cut the house and basically nullified the outcome, despite the fact that the universe was existed well as well. I don't think that it could mean that Caliborn could go and fuck up their ending, but there are some huge implications about the fact that, well, we don't really see something happening. Like, we've seen the future, or what could be the future. Oh, things are negated by the future. Why did Kanaya create push well, the matriorb? Where is it gone? Like, did it only get used to create the race of the mayor and Peregrine Mendicant? Because it's not. Obviously, it's not. There was supposed to be more trolls, and there are so many people who are not there. It's feeling like that wasn't meant to be the end from the get-go, and the fact that everyone said, yeah, it's going to be the end because it's 413 and all that, was, you know, really shoehorned into a plan that wasn't really a plan. I don't think that the epilogue should be really an ending, the ending, but I mean, if the epilogue is great, then retrospectively S Act 7 will have been great. But so far, I'm not really convinced. Uh, Depending on how much time it will take. I mean, I will obviously be there until the end. I've been there for the past 5 years, and the problem is that I've been there for the past 5 years. Like literally, Act 6 has begun 2 weeks after I started reading Homestuck, and it ended last week. And there you go. Yeah. One last thought. NXT was pretty good. I will talk about it in the description because I'm running out of free space on for the video. But Ty Dillinger versus Shinsuke Nakamura could be a feud for the ages if handled well, but obviously it won't. Not being handled well, but go further than a couple of matches. But there, yeah, because it was taped at Access, it was like over, maximum overdrive kayfabe because tapings before Takeover Dallas and the commentary is supposed to make sense of things that happened afterwards. Like the Vaudevillains were there and they are supposed to be tomorrow at SmackDown, which was taped yesterday. So yeah. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow. Bye bye. Yeah, because that's the end. That's pretty much what it means.